Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. I'm Caroline Counsel and I'm President of the Law Institute of Victoria. Let me begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the Wurundjeri of the Kulin Nation on whose land we meet today, and let me pay my most sincere and deepest respects to their elders past and present. I'd like to advise you that today's event is being recorded and we hope to be able to present this on our new LIV website shortly. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the White Ribbon Lunch on behalf of the LIV and Victorian women lawyers. And in particular, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to some judicial VIPs from the Supreme Court of Victoria. Today we have with us Justice Elizabeth Hollingworth, Justice Elizabeth Curtin, whom I haven't said hello to yet, but hello, Justice Jennifer Davies, likewise, welcome, and Associate Justice Robin Lansdowne. And I'd also like to welcome and thank Judge Felicity Hampel of the County Court of Victoria, who is moderating today's discussion with panellists Sam de Brito and Waleed Ali. I had an occasion to be on air talking about the legal relief that was given by us as a profession for bushfire at the end of the bushfire season in Victoria. And Waleed rather charmingly turned to me and he said, "Is that like for free? Do you not get paid, you lawyers, for doing that?" And I said, "That's right, Waleed." And it was one of those golden moments on air where I got to sort of crow about us as a profession and our ability to put in. So thanks, Waleed, for that wonderful line you gave us. Sam and Waleed will be introduced after the main course by the convener of Victorian Women Lawyers, Patricia Athanasiadis. And I've had occasion to have a chat with Patricia, and I'm really glad, despite the fact that we're losing Kate Ashmore, who's a wonderful woman, we've gained Pat, if you will. So, Patricia, thank you very much for participating in today. The subject of today's discussion is violence against women in the media. White Ribbon Day, which is tomorrow, was started in 1999 when the UN General Assembly declared November 25 the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women, with the white ribbon its powerful symbol. And those of you who haven't bought your white ribbon yet or your wristband, you can do so outside. It was prompted by the massacre of 14 female classmates by a male student at the École Polytechnique University in Montreal on December 6, 1989. White Ribbon began in Australia in 2003. Today's event, which is part of the Law Institute of Victoria's President's Leadership Lunch series, is aimed at raising awareness of this very worthwhile campaign. Actual or fictional violence against women is just about everywhere you care to look in the media. It's on television, it's in advertising, it's in the video games that teenagers play. It's on movie screens, websites and in our daily newspapers. And just this week, unfortunately, we have had another ugly example. And in some ways, I don't particularly want to talk about this individual because it gives him oxygen, but I will. Notorious radio jock in New South Wales, Carl Sandilands, criticised a female journalist who dared to report on his TV show's falling ratings. How dare she? Amongst his descriptions were fat slag, which I think the last time I used that was when I was a very ill-informed, very young 13-year-old living in the outer suburbs of Melbourne, a little troll, and he mentioned her hair, blouse and even her breast size. He said on air, "Watch your mouth or I'll hunt you down." There was an implication in today's newspapers that Sandilands tacitly is encouraged by his bosses to make such comments. In other words, it's not the individual. What we have there is a systemic problem generated at making money by making that sort of those sort of comments. So this is an example of the sort of verbal abuse and intimidation of women that any women can face from sections of the media. And today we will look at the problem and examine what could be some of the causes. Does the media in fact perpetuate violence against women? Is it partly to blame? What are the media's responsibilities? And we will ask some experts. You will also have a chance to ask questions at the end of the discussion. As a show of support for the White Ribbon campaign, as I said, think about getting a wristband or a ribbon at reception, because in wearing it, you will be an advocate for change by challenging behaviours and attitudes that have allowed violence against women to occur. Before I sit down, I would like to thank our sponsor, Picture Partners. Their support for this year's LIV President's Leadership Lunch Series has been greatly appreciated. I think on behalf of all the profession I can say it's been a wonderful series. I'd like to also pay particular thanks to Susan Long and her team. Susan puts these events together so effortlessly, and it would not be possible without Susan. So thank you very much and enjoy your lunch.